This was a fun one. Celtics, Cavs. It's the 1-2 in the East situation. Celtics were on a 7-game winning streak, but they lost 115-111. Mitchell with 35. Garland 22, 5 and 8. Tatum finished with 33. You didn't have Jaylen Brown or Derek White in this one, but we're going to start with Donovan Mitchell here. He had 20 points in the fourth alone. He had 8 straight in 67 seconds. It's scary when he starts out a little cold and you don't know. You don't know when that version of him is going to pop up, and it popped up yesterday. Does this make them serious contenders when you got a guy like that?
Serious contenders, I don't see it. I really don't.
Wow.
And as good as they are and the progress they've made, and Donovan Mitchell's so good. Watching the end of that game, watching that fourth quarter, he is elite. He gets to his bag. By the way, Drew Holiday was guarding him, who I think is the best perimeter defender in the NBA. And Donovan Mitchell is just so strong. He's so crafty. The way he can get to a shot, the attention he draws, gets everyone else involved. He's a big-time player. Evan Mobley's been so good this year. They've gotten so much production off their bench. This team is real. I just think that the Celtics are, even last night, no Derek White, no Jaylen Brown.
Fair.
The Celtics are still right in this position to win this game. I don't see any team in the East getting through the Boston Celtics. So,
well, you said it's serious contender.
Yeah, contender would.
I don't know if they're. I don't know who wins the series. Them and the Knicks. I think there's. I think they still have work to do. I think they're missing. They're missing something. But listen, they have gotten a lot better. Kenny Atkinson has them playing on both sides of the ball. They defend. They play hard. Also, they've been healthy. All they're missing really is Max Strus, who will provide more outside shooting, obviously. But Donovan Mitchell is an absolute stud, and they are not going to be an easy out for everybody. I just think the Boston Celtics are just way above everyone else in the Eastern Conference. So I don't see it.
I'll agree with you there. I think Boston Celtics are head and heels above everybody else. But when we talk about contender, I still feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers, they check all the boxes. They can guard. They got guard play that can score. They got bigs that can score. They got good coaching. They got depth. They got everything that they need to compete against the Boston Celtics. Now, Boston Celtics, they are a well-oiled machine, and they have an identity. They know their style of play, how they're going to attack games night in and night out. But when you talk about that 7 games, I think the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have enough to sit down, do their due diligence, and work on things that they can beat this Boston Celtics teams. And now I'm not saying they will,
but they could.
They could. I'm
4
saying,
times.
I think they can contend. That's my fight. I want to be clear.
So it could go 7.
I want to be very clear. I think they can contend based on the way that this team is built, the things that they have, the assets that they have. Moving forward, they're going to be one of those teams that's going to be able to give the Boston Celtics a headache.
Think about this. Boston, they gave up 43 points in the fourth quarter. 2 of their top 3 players weren't playing, and they still were right there in the hunt. Tatum missed a little bunny there at the end layup, and Donovan Mitchell hit 2 crazy threes. But this is Boston Celtics. They don't fear this team either. Like they fully thought they could win this game. They were going to win this game even without Brown and White. So I do think, listen, I think it's a hell of a story. I think they're great. I think they're going to be good for a while because that core is young, and they've found a way to play at a pace they play at that works, and it's correlating to a lot of wins. It's just, I think this. I have too much respect for the Celtics right now to say that any team's going to come close to beating them 4 times. I really do. Even the Knicks, all of them.
Didn't Cleveland beat Boston the first game of the first time that they matched up this year?
Boston's the one that gave them their first loss.
Boston was the one that, okay, I got it back.
Was that the Cup game or the one before the Cup game? I can't remember the Cup games. Also, Atlanta beat Cleveland twice. Like, it's a very weird.
And lost to Washington twice.
It's a weird stretch going on.
I was like, Atlanta beat Cleveland twice, but lost to Washington twice.
Home and home.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Donovan Mitchell, though, if you had to put him top what in the league? Top what player?
15.
Okay.
Top 15.
He's
an all-star. He's going to be an MVP discussion just because. But SGA, Luka, Jokic, Giannis, KD, Book, Braun, Tatum, Brown, like there's so many good players right now, and he is one of them. He's an all-star. He's an all-NBA type player. He's putting up great numbers. He's being more efficient. The things he can, that player was insane. He literally just yoked Drew Holiday off of pick and roll there. He makes it look easy, and he's so exciting to watch. But I think top 15, maybe top 10 if you want to be a little generous.
Wow.
But I would put him probably like 14.
Yeah, the top player, it's tough for me because we have legacy guys. You know, we're automatically going to add a Bron. We're automatically going to add Steph in the books and these guys. Donovan Mitchell's outplaying a lot of these guys, but because they're legacy guys and their reputations and the bodies of work that we put in, we automatically put them in the conversations. But it's not too many point guards or guards out there that's playing better basketball than Donovan Mitchell right now.
No, he's a joy to watch. It's a
joy. He's doing his thing right now. So I don't want to put a number on it, but I think he's definitely going to be an all-star this year, going to be all first or second team NBA, and he's going to be right there in the mix with the rest of the top guys.
Can we talk about someone on the Celtics? Peyton Pritchard is so good at basketball. He's unbelievable. First of all, he's going to win 6th Man of the Year. Dude's averaging like 16 points in 27 minutes.
What's going on?
What just happened?
I just was watching him last night. I'm like, this dude is dead nice. Then it sat in my head. Like, remember Drew Holiday was like the one-on-one player that is hardest to guard.
Oh, that's true.
Drew Holiday said Peyton Pritchard, and I was like, nah, no way. Then I've watched him, and I'm like, this dude is just dead nice. He can shoot. 6th Man of the Year, Peyton Pritchard. Carry on.
All right, there we go.
Anybody you want to shout out, Lou, or?
Yeah, man.
No,
he's good.
It's an observation that Chandler wanted to make, and this is the place to do it. Can we talk about the final 34 seconds of the game? We always joke in the NBA, like, oh, 30 seconds is going to be like 20 minutes. This actually was 34 seconds on the clock. Was 17 minutes of your actual life that it took to go by. 17 free throws were shot. Look, Lou, what would you even do? This was a strategy thing. They didn't want to let the Celtics get a 3, so it kept going back and forth, free throw. You can't speed that up, can you?
I hate it. I hate it.
But this wasn't even because of like challenges or replays taking forever. This was just actual game plan.
Strategy.
So what I would say is, both of these teams need a speed guy, like a Dennis Schroeder, somebody that's going to get the ball and run the clock out, or something like that that's going to put pressure on you. Rajon Rondo was a genius at this in his playing career. He was able to burn 8-9 seconds just by being fast, being witty, and running in the backcourt. This was painful. It was painful to watch.
So long.
17 minutes to determine the game. That had 34 seconds left in it. You know, I know the fans were antsy. You know, watching this game was like, okay.
It was insane.
Yeah, I don't know if this is something that the NBA can do strategically, but
can you make people run?
The problem,
because they're lollygagging.
The problem is there's been so many teams burnt when they're down 3 and they don't foul and they allow someone just to chuck up a 3 and then it goes to
That's
overtime.
Another conversation.
And you can't do that with the Celtics.
I hate that strategy as well.
But so that happened a couple of times there where they're just every time someone has a 3-point lead, you are fouling, you are making them make free throws till there's like 6 seconds or less, and then they try and.
But in return, by the way,
also another thing,
fouling back.
Exactly.
And then they foul back. But then guys, they try and like sneak it and throw it off the rim real quick, and every time they cross the line, oh my God, teams need to practice taking their time like they're actually going to shoot a free throw and then miss it fast. They get it and like think they're going to catch everyone off guard and just go to, and it never works. It never works. But I would do the same thing if I was a coach. If I'm up, I know we disagree on this. If I'm up 3 and you have the ball, I am fouling every time. I don't care if it takes 27 minutes.
Why would you
I'm not leaving luck. I'm not letting you shoot it.
Pressure on yourself to win a basketball game that you've done enough up until that point to win.
Because I'm not letting one bogus 3-pointer tie it up.
Because they will shoot threes all day.
That takes me into overtime. But if I'm up 3 and you foul me, now the pressure's on me to make free throws. I smoke 1, I make a 3, I'm still winning the basketball game. When you make a 3-pointer, we're going into overtime. Why ever put yourself in that position?
I normally agree.
Put the pressure on yourself?
I feel like with this you can't though.
I'd rather put the end of the game.
No, this is different. This is different. We're off the rails with that, but this is different, you know. But again, it starts with that strategy though. It starts with the analytics of that. Of if we're up 3, we're gonna foul, but in return, we're going to foul back. And we're just going to do this all the way until the clock is run out.
This was insane.
You know what's crazy? When I watch a game, too, I get excited when a team's out of challenges because I know their players aren't going to do this, and I know it's not going to prolong the end of the game anymore. Like, as soon as they go, I can't use it here, they're going to be out of challenges. I'm like, thank God, because now at least the game will end, and it won't take this long.
The little things that excite Chandler. 17 minutes. I fed the dog. I went to the room.
I turned it off. I turned it off. Enough.
I came back. It was still going. It's a lot of free throws, a lot of fundamentals. 1s and 2s in the West, also with a big battle. The Thunder and the Rockets. Man, this used to